हकीकत छुपती नहीं बनावटी चेहरों से। हकीकत छुपती नहीं बनावटी चेहरों से कि खुशबू आती नहीं कभी कागज की फूलों से। Good morning and welcome back, friends, to another episode of Money Mindset Mastery with Vkas Joshi. Friends, we have started with this series with the sole purpose of self-development, self-confidence, self-esteem, moving from restricted mindset to growth mindset, moving from financial accumulation to financial stability. Now, in the process, we learn how to set up the goals. We learn how to set up the path to reach the goals and intermittently evaluate those paths. है ना? छोटे छोटे अंतराल में हमको देखना भी पड़ेगा हम अपने गोल की तरफ जा रहे हैं कि नहीं जा रहे हैं, थोड़ा थोड़ा रोज काम कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं, हमने ये भी देख लिया. Now, as we are moving forward, we learned of making ourselves self-aware. That is, we made ourselves self-aware of our strengths and weaknesses. We learn what are our strengths and what we want to improve on. How to turn the failures into the opportunities to learn for. That is what we have learned in the process. However, when we started the series, we came across one of the most important part, that of limiting belief. मन में बनी हुई धाराएं सालों से बन चुका है, पता नहीं कहां से हुआ, कभी फैमिली मेंबर्स ने बोला, कभी दोस्तों की वजह से हुआ, कभी एक्सपीरियंसेस की वजह से हुआ, लेकिन हमने उसको लॉजिकल एंड तक लेके ही नहीं गए. वी आर नेवर गिवन द थॉट ऑफ दोस लिमिटिंग बिलीफ्स व्हिच आर इन आवर माइंड. वी आर नॉट टेकन इनटू द लॉजिकल एंड वी आर नॉट क्वेश्चन देम एट ऑल, but allowed them to take the major part or major space of our mind. Now this mind is restricting our progress, is restricting your progress. Why? Because once you decide to go for further, the mind comes out, pops out and tells you, no, 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 don't do this because this is the experience. Oh, that was a bad thing. It should not be done, and so on and so forth. All the negative words, they are all summed up in one limiting belief. मैं नहीं कर सकता. ओह, क्यों नहीं कर सकते? सोचा ही नहीं. सालों से जो मन में धाराएं बन चुकी है, उसके बाहर हम निकले ही नहीं. Hence, I have taken efforts to note down every probable, possible limiting belief that an individual can have. जो एक सोच सकता है. So, सारे limiting belief मैंने एक नोट डाउन करके एड्रेस किए हैं. What are the limiting beliefs? What for they are in your mind? And how to come out of them. Now that became our major part, because unless and until we clean our mind, we will not be able to proceed further. नहीं जा सकोगे आप प्रोग्रेसिव पाथ पर. क्यों? क्योंकि आपका मन ही नहीं कर रहा है काम. क्योंकि आपके मन में आपने धाराएं बना के रख दिए कि ये नहीं हो सकता, तुम इसके लिए नहीं बने हो. बहुत सारी धाराएं पता नहीं कहां से आ चुकी है. We have to address them immediately, because that becomes the first part to put you on the runway of your progress. अगर आप उसे निकाल देते हो, then nothing can stop you from becoming successful. So friends, with this we started with the another series also, Golden Whispers, wherein daily basis हम छोटे छोटे इनपुट है जो हमको जिंदगी में लाने हैं, छोटे सा 5-7 मिनट में. We have to understand them and imbibe in ourselves so that we develop further. Now this will help you to change your mindset, which is the basic requirement from restricted mindset to growth mindset. So simultaneously, we also started with the Midas Trust series, wherein we are dealing with the financial and legal terms, the financial stability movement. हम उस तरफ कैसे जाएं? What are the basic requirements? How we should think? How can the money be generated from money? Now that simultaneously is we have started with, because once we have addressed our mind, now you are in the position to move towards the growth mindset. And the growth mindset requires the financial stability. That is our goal. Finance is the necessity of life. मैंने हमेशा कहा है, पैसा सब कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन जीने के लिए पैसा जरूरी है. So पैसे से पैसा बनना चाहिए. If you are not doing that, then there is a concern, and that concern is addressed in the Bidas Test series, friends. It is on our every Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. So today's the money mindset series, we are dealing with the limiting belief. Now today's limiting belief that I will be addressing is that people won't like the real me. हमने अपने मन में धारा बना के रखी है, नहीं नहीं बाबा, लोगों ने जैसा जैसे वो परसेव कर रहे हैं वैसे ही मेरे को रहना है. But what about your skill? What about your future? What about your fortune? You compromise that just because of fear that the people won't like the real me. Every individual has got a different set of skills. I have already stated in many of my videos. Two individuals cannot be compared, friends. Every individual is different. Every individual has got a different set of skills. He has to develop that. He has to explore the probabilities for his growth. And in the process, he has to move on by removing the limiting beliefs, addressing the limiting beliefs. Now, this limiting belief, people won't like the real me, is an absurd belief. It is a negative mindset where you fear that if you reveal yourself complete with their flaws, quirks, and vulnerabilities, you will be met with rejection or disapproval from others. ये आपने सोचा है, वजह पता नहीं, बट यू ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड कि नहीं नहीं, लोगों को ऐसा पसंद नहीं आएगा, तो मुझे जो लोगों को पसंद है वैसे ही मेरे को रहना पड़ेगा. What have you done? You compromise your fortune, you compromise your future, you compromise your set of skills for this limiting belief. So ये belief आता कहां से है? How does it comes? It comes stems from past experiences, rejections or disapproval from others. ऐसा होता है ना कभी कभी, और low self esteem, or a desire to conform to societal expectations. क्योंकि अभी मैंने कहा लोगों की एक्सपेक्टेशन है तुम ऐसे ही होने चाहिए, तो तुम वैसे ही बनना चाहते हो, लेकिन तुम्हारे खुद का क्या पता नहीं. Consequently, you may hide or suppress aspects of your authentic self in social interactions, hindering genuine connections and preventing personal growth. Now, that is what the cost you are paying for moving according to the societal expectations. So, overcoming this limiting belief involves building self confidence. Naturally, आपको तो खुद का confidence बढ़ाना चाहिए, skills आपको develop करने चाहिए, तभी तो आप आगे बढ़ोगे. Embracing vulnerability and fostering relationship with individuals who appreciate and accept you for who you are actually. कुछ तो लोग होंगे ना जो आपको जानते हैं, जो आपके स्किल्स को अप्रिशिएट करते हैं. You have to develop such relationships so that you develop yourself. Your skills should be developed. It also involves recognizing that true connections are built on authenticity and mutual understanding rather than perfection or conformity. So I have already stated no, don't go towards perfection. See, in every action, some failures, some mistakes are going to happen. You have to improve on them. That is how the progress happens. So you have to develop yourself, be amongst those people who appreciate your skills, who develop your skills, who are ready to accept you as you are. Then only the development can be possible, friends. Now, this basic limiting belief is first and foremost is the fear of rejection. डर कि लोग मुझे एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं करेंगे. लेकिन मैंने आपको कहा ना कि हकीकत में ऐसा नहीं है, क्योंकि आप जो हो वो तो एक दिन तो कहीं बाहर आने वाला ही है ना. So why fear the rejection? Instead of that, why not accept as you are? Accept what you are as you are and start improving on them. Set a goal, achieve it, and in the process, self-reflection becomes the part of improvement. Start doing that so that the fear of rejection will be moved away. The self-doubt that you are carrying will be reduced or will be moved out. The limited social growth that is hindering your growth because of worry that the people will not accept you, that limiting belief will be moved out. The self-doubt will be removed. You are working to please people. Stop that immediately. You are having a set of skill. You have to accept as you are and develop your skills for your future, because that is your fortune, that is your future. Pleasing people will lead you nowhere. You are trying to please the people because they perceive you to be as they wish you to be. Don't become that, because you are not actually that person. If you have the doubt, stand in front of the mirror and start talking with you. That is the best solution. And you will realize that you have a tremendous skills and tremendous potential. The only thing was, you have not given the importance to remove that limiting belief that people don't like the real me. You have to remove that. You have to remove that pleasing all people. It never works, friend. It never works. It's because that will lead you to self isolation. उन्हीं लोगों में रहना है जो चाहते हैं कि आप वो देख देख रहे हैं कि आप इस तरह से ही व्यक्ति होना चाहिए और आप उसी तरह के जा रहे हो. Then you are forcing yourself to be in self isolation. Self isolation is stagnation. Stagnation is not a progress. It stops everything, friends. It leads to depression, feeling isolated, disconnected from the people. The real you is just getting suffocated. It is not getting accepted for to yourself only. The negative self image is now becoming more larger than your size. तो अपने खुद का कहां चला गया, वो तो गुम हो गया इसी लिमिटिंग बिलीफ की वजह से. इस वजह से तुम्हारा पर्सनल ग्रोथ हैज बीन स्टॉप्ड. It has not happened. It is not growing at all. You are unable to proceed further. The only reason is that the limiting belief you are carrying, people won't like me. So you have to embrace the authenticity. Accept karo jo bhi ho aap. As I stated just a few minutes back, that if you got it out, stand in front of mirror. Isolation में अकेले में देखो करके. And ask the question who you are, what are you doing, what is your goal, how are you reaching the goal, what is your goal for the self progress, खुद के लिए क्या कर रहे हो. Then you will remember the things. अरे मैं तो किसी और के लिए ही करता गया लेकिन मेरा कुछ तो है ही नहीं. That part, realization, is the authentic part that you should accept. Friends, unless and until you realize that you have the skills, you have the potentials, you will always be brooding over the past things. जब तक आप खुद के पोटेंशियल और स्किल्स को जानोगे नहीं, आप हमेशा ऐसे ही दूसरे लोगों को प्लीज करने में ही अपना समय बिताओगे. That will lead you to stagnancy. Stagnancy leads you to negative thought. Negative thought leads to procrastination. कोई भी काम आप immediately करोगे ही नहीं. अभी नहीं, कल करता हूं, बाद में करता हूं. What are you doing? You are accumulating the work which can be done in a fraction of a second. You are accumulated and then you are facing the problem. The stress comes in, friends. Start doing the job immediately. Accept as you are. Move towards your progress. That will help you. Because procrastination never helps. Stagnancy never helps. What are you doing? You are sitting idle now with the negative thought, without accepting your skills and your potentials, and lingering your every thought of action. मैं बाद में करूंगा, later on. I will do it later. Why not now? What is the problem with accepting it now? Why can't you accept your authentic part as it is right now? Try it out, friends. Never procrastinate. Start doing the things immediately. And you will get the positive results. You will have the time to spare for. You will have the time to spare for yourself, for your self development, for your self growth. Procrastination never pays. It is the worst part. So if you want to progress, first and foremost you have to address that limiting belief that लोग मुझे पसंद नहीं करेंगे. You don't worry about the people. They accept you and your skills and potential, provided you develop your skills and potentials. But if you move towards the negative part, you are moving towards stagnation, you are moving towards procrastination, you are moving towards ill fate. अरे फॉर्च्यून कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर रहे हो तो क्या होगा तुम्हारा? So never compromise on your fortune and never compromise on your future, friends. Accept as you are, develop your own skills, develop your own potential, leave aside what people think about you. Make them think by your actions. Be authentic. Be perfect. I'm sorry, not to be perfect, but to be authentic means whatever you are doing should be with your mind and heart both on the same page, so that everything moves forward. If any mistake happens, you have to improve on that. And that message will go all along. This will help you to progress further. That is why I said it. हकीकत छुपती नहीं बनावटी चेहरों से. हकीकत छुपती नहीं बनावटी चेहरों से कि खुशबू आती नहीं कभी कागज के फूलों से. So friends, be authentic. Remove that limiting belief. People won't like me or people won't like real me. Start working on your skills and on your potentials, and success is waiting for you. I sign off on this note, friends, and we meet again in another episode of Money Mindset Mastery with Vkas Joshi. Till then, bye bye. Enjoy the day, enjoy the life, friends. It is a one time activity. Do enjoy.